In this video, we're going to show you how to install headlights on your Toyota Camry located on the front side of the vehicle. With the hood open, we're going to use our pocket flathead screwdriver to loosen and remove the 5 plastic push pins holding the upper radiator cover in place. Want to get underneath the edge here, pop out the center, and then the base will come out once that center piece comes up so high. Just going to continue this process right across the front. Once we have all those out, go ahead and grab this, lift it up, work it around the hood release handle, and set it aside. There's going to be 2 plastic push pins we need to remove on the upper portion of our bumper here. There's going to be a little button right here. There's one on the passenger side. Once you get those 2 out, there's going to be a series of 10mm bolts running across the front. Loosen and remove those using your 10mm socket. Using a 21mm socket, let's loosen and remove our lug nuts. Now let's remove our wheel and set it aside. After you remove this wheel, you want to go ahead and repeat this process for the other side. On the lower portion here, there's going to be a 10mm screw. I'm going to go ahead and loosen and remove this. I'm going to go ahead and repeat this process for the driver's side. Now that we have this one out, we're going to continue right around the front lower bumper lip, removing the rest of these. And go all the way over to the driver's side. Now on the inside of the fender liner here where it attaches to the bumper itself, there's going to be a plastic push pin up top. I find it's best to use a pair of cutters here. However, you don't want to squeeze and cut it. We just need to get behind the center pin. And once it pops out, you can go ahead and work it out the rest of the way just like so. Here and here are inserts, as bumper tabs that go into the fender liner. So if you use a pocket screwdriver, you can go in here and wiggle this. It'll actually release. I'm going to do the same on the bottom here. Like so. Separating the bumper from the liner. I'm going to repeat this process for the other side. You're going to run your finger right behind the edge of the bumper and in front of that fender liner, and we're going to firmly but gently pull outward. We're going to dislodge, there should be 3 locking tabs here. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to repeat this process for the driver's side. Now before we pop the bumper cover off, right behind the Toyota emblem and in front of our hood latch mechanism, there's going to be a connector right here for a sensor. Now there is a pinch tab on the back here. You're going to pinch that and pull this harness off. Like so. I want to grab the bumper. I'm going to gently pull it forward, make sure that the edges are free from underneath the headlights. Remove the bumper and set it aside. Along the top of our headlamp assembly, you're going to find three 10mm bolts. It's going to be one right down here, one up here in the middle, and then one up here by the edge of the fender. We use our 10mm deep socket to go ahead, loosen, and remove these. It doesn't have to be a deep socket. You can use a shallow with an extension. Just going to make it easier to get in. Go ahead and set that hardware aside. Now on the outer edge here, there's going to be a 10mm bolt. Loosen and remove this one as well. Go ahead, set it aside. I'm going to gently work this lamp assembly out. I'm going to spin this around and disconnect the electrical connectors on the back side. Now some of these are just twist outs and other ones have little pinch tabs. I'm going to pinch this tab here, separate that, spin counterclockwise. And then over here, I'm going to pinch this tab here. Now for this piece of the harness, we're going to use our trim tool. Pop that out. Remove your headlamp and set it aside. You're going to take your connectors and line these up. Install your bulb, insert, rotate it clockwise to lock it into place. I'm going to take our lamp assembly, slide this into position. All right, and let's get our hardware installed. Let's get our outer bolt started here. Once you get this one started on the outer edge, I'm going to go ahead and install the three across the top. When installing this hardware, we're going to start them all by hand. Then we're going to go ahead and gently snug them down. Once you get your passenger side light in, go ahead and repeat for the driver's side. Let's go ahead and grab your bumper, bring it up into place. Now you want to be careful with the outer edges here, not to scratch your fender. But our goal is to go ahead and hang the upper portion of the grille assembly on the vehicle. We'll bring the edges up. Line up the bumper around the perimeter of the headlamp assembly. Bring this around, line this up, and all we should have to do is push this in. Once this is snapped in here on the passenger side, we're going to repeat for the driver's side. Now let's reach around the back side of the emblem here to our sensor. I'm going to grab that connector, line this up, and press it on. You're going to feel in here it engage. Let's install our upper grille hardware. We got a plastic push pin here. I'll run these across the front. Just want to gently snug these down. And then our last plastic push pin. We now want to go ahead and secure our lower splash shield to the lower portion of the bumper. We're going to start at the front portion here. We're not going to touch the back one by the fender yet. But go ahead and line this up and get your screws started. We're going to get all of our screws started first and then come back and snug them down. Gently snug these down. Now I want to go ahead and line up the fender liner with the tabs. Pop those in, and let's go ahead and get the bottom screw installed. Now you want to make sure that the fender liner is behind the edge of the bumper. Pinch that together and install that plastic push pin. Snap it into place. Then we're going to repeat this process for the driver's side. Going to take your wheel, line it up. Let's get our lug nut started. Always start the lug nuts by hand. That'll prevent cross threading. Once we get them all started, we'll go ahead and zip them down. Now that we have them all started, we're going to snug them down gently. Do not over tighten. Let's get and torque down our lug nuts to 76 foot-pounds. It's best to do this in a crisscross or star pattern. You want to go ahead and repeat this process for the other side. Install the upper cover here. And go ahead and install all of our plastic push pins. After you installed your new headlamp, you can go ahead and use an 8mm socket, go underneath the support, right to the adjuster on the back side where you can raise or lower the beam.
Now let's get the vehicle ready to aim the headlights. Start with the tire pressure, making sure that all 4 tires are set to the appropriate vehicle manufacturer specified pressure. Remove any excessive weight that's not normally in the vehicle. Find a wall that you can drive up to where the ground is level. Measure 25 feet away from that wall and mark the ground. Drive your vehicle up to that mark. With the headlights off, look for the center dot in the headlight lens. Measure from the ground to that center dot. You can use a ruler to help you out. Then transfer that height measurement to the wall, marking it with some tape. On the driver's side, measure down 4 inches, marking that with another piece of tape. On the passenger side, you only need to measure down 2 inches. Now turn the headlights on. It is easiest to do this at night or in a dark area. Locating your headlight adjuster, and in most cases using a Phillips head screwdriver, you can turn your adjuster one way or another to bring the headlight beam up or down. Once one headlight is adjusted to the tape mark on the wall, move on to the next headlight. If you're confused because the beams seem to blend together, you can always have someone stand in front of the other headlight while you make your adjustments for this one. With the second one adjusted, your headlights are now aimed correctly and you're all set to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.